Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and the Restless official 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Christel Khalil's maternity leave is followed by Lily's tragic departure and Kane destruction. The tragic departure of Lily Winters will eventually be made public. Let's discuss what's in store for Kane Ashby's grief after Christel Khalil's maternity leave starts. It's time to start considering Khalil's character's escape strategy because she is expecting her third child and appears to be fairly far along based on the size of her pregnancy belly. Given Khalil's maternity leave, Lily will undoubtedly require one. In light of this, we should think about a few ways that Lily might leave the canvas. Depending on how much drama YNR wishes to produce, there are several methods to write Lily out. The twins have found it difficult to accept that Kane lives a double life and spent 6 years hiding his identity as Aristotle Dumas. Lily may spend more time with one sibling and then the other because Charlie Ashby and Maddie Ashby may need some additional help. They could even go out of town and spend some time together. That could be an easy way to keep Lily off-screen for a time, but Kane would be devastated to learn that his family was not bonding without him, especially because he is the cause of the twins' suffering. However, it's also feasible that Kane will be haunted by some aspect of his past as Aristotle Dumas. Dumas's adversaries might easily target Lily if they had the potential to cause vengeful harm. If YNR wanted to take a more dramatic approach to Lily's departure, we may envision a kidnapping situation. Since he would be the cause of the danger, Kane would be even more upset in such scenario. Naturally, the program might be planning a different exit approach. Kane will undoubtedly be devastated by being parted from his real love, regardless of how Lily's departure unfolds. This will postpone the plot of Kane and Lily's reunion, but hopefully it will make their eventual reunion even more satisfying. Eventually, Lily and Kane will undoubtedly reconcile, but it seems that this won't happen until Christel Khalil's maternity leave is over. Before he can even consider winning Lily over, Kane has more work to do. As the news of Christel Khalil's maternity leave ripples through the Young and the Restless fanbase, viewers brace themselves for the emotional storm that's about to strike Genoa City. Khalil, who has embodied the beloved Lily Winters for years, is not only preparing to welcome a new life into her own family but is also paving the way for one of the most heartbreaking exits the show has seen in recent memory. Her departure storyline promises to be filled with heartache, reflection, and destruction, particularly for Kane Ashby, who may once again face the crushing reality of losing the love of his life. With Christel Khalil expecting her third child, her maternity leave was inevitable. But as art imitates life, the writers are crafting Lily's absence into a tear-stained arc that could leave Kane in ruins. This is not just another temporary character exit, it's the end of an era, at least for now. Lily Winters, who has endured prison, betrayal, and tragedy, may finally face a fate that even she cannot rise above without being permanently changed. For years, Lily has been the heart of her family, the glue that held Kane, Charlie, and Maddie together despite the countless cracks in their foundation. But now, with Khalil's maternity break drawing near, the show must find a believable, emotional, and dramatic reason for Lily's sudden disappearance from Genoa City. And that reason might be the most tragic one yet. The weight of Kane's lies and Lily's breaking point. Kane Ashby's past as Aristotle Dumas has resurfaced like a ghost that refuses to be buried. The revelation that Kane lived a double life for 6 years, hiding a secret identity while pretending to be a man of integrity, has fractured not only his marriage but also the trust of his children. Charlie and Maddie Ashby have been left shattered, questioning everything they ever knew about their father. And Lily, torn between love and betrayal, finds herself standing at a painful crossroads. For a woman who has fought tirelessly to build a stable life, the weight of Kane's deception may finally prove too much to bear. She loves him, she always has and perhaps always will, but love cannot erase the damage of deceit. The emotional toll of his past crimes could push Lily to make a decision that changes everything, to leave Genoa City behind in search of clarity and healing. But Lily's departure might not be as simple as taking time away to help her twins or to start over. There's a darkness following Kane, a shadow from his Dumas days that could be reaching for Lily next. The haunting of Aristotle Dumas, a past that refuses to die. Cain's alter ego, Aristotle Dumas, wasn't just a name, it was a life he lived in secrecy, a network of enemies he made, and a history of dangerous dealings that could come back to haunt him. What if Lily's exit isn't voluntary at all? What if her disappearance is the result of someone seeking revenge against Dumas, and by extension, the woman he loves most? If the young and the restless decides to send Lily off through a more dramatic route, a kidnapping plot tied to Cain's past could be the perfect setup. Cain's guilt would be immeasurable, knowing that his lies, his past identity, and his choices put Lily directly in harm's way. The anguish of losing her again, after years of trying to rebuild their trust, could destroy him completely. Imagine Cain's descent into chaos as he realizes Lily's life is in danger because of him. He'd stop at nothing to find her, to rescue her, but what if she's gone before he even gets the chance? What if the woman who always believed in him becomes the ultimate casualty of his deceitful past? Lily's tragic goodbye, a departure drenched in emotion. Whether Lily leaves to care for her children or vanishes under mysterious circumstances, one thing is certain, Cain will be left shattered. Khalil's maternity leave provides the writers with an opportunity to craft a deeply emotional farewell, one that mirrors the real-life tenderness and vulnerability of the actress's own pregnancy. Perhaps Lily's departure begins with something small, the need to be there for Charlie or Maddie, who are struggling to cope with the family's latest turmoil. She might tell Cain she needs space, time to reflect, and a chance to help her children heal. But even as she says the words, her voice cracks, betraying the pain she's trying to conceal. Cain, desperate to hold on to her, might promise to change once more, to become the man she deserves, but Lily knows that this time, love isn't enough. Still, the universe has a cruel way of complicating goodbyes. If the writers truly want to break hearts, they could turn Lily's leave into something far more tragic, an accident, a vanishing act, or a mysterious disappearance linked to Cain's hidden past. One day, she's there, the next, she's gone. Cain, haunted by guilt and regret, would spiral into self-destruction, convinced he's responsible for her fate. Cain's downfall, destruction in the wake of love lost. Cain Ashby has always walked a tightrope between redemption and ruin. Time and again, he's fought his way back into Lily's heart, only to sabotage himself through lies, secrets, and poor decisions. But this time, there might be no coming back. Without Lily, Cain loses his moral compass. His grief transforms into obsession. He can't eat, can't sleep, can't think straight. His home becomes a mausoleum of memories, photographs, old letters, the faint scent of Lily's perfume lingering on a scarf she left behind. Every moment without her feels like a punishment he rightfully deserves. As Cain's mental and emotional stability crumbles, his world collapses around him. The twins, unable to bear the tension, might distance themselves further, leaving Cain truly alone. Friends who once supported him could lose patience, tired of his self-destruction. And soon, the whispers around Genoa city grow louder, Cain Ashby has finally lost everything. But destruction often births transformation, and this could be Cain's moment to face his demons once and for all. The man who once lived as Aristotle Dumas must now confront the full weight of his sins. He may vow to find Lily, no matter the cost, or dedicate himself to uncovering the truth if she's gone missing. Cain's guilt could evolve into determination, a desperate mission to right his wrongs and reclaim the love he lost. The twins torn between love and loyalty. Charlie and Maddie's emotional turmoil will also play a crucial role in this unfolding tragedy. Their loyalty to both parents will be tested as they navigate the fallout from Lily's departure. Charlie, who has always struggled with his father's imperfections, may turn to anger, blaming Cain for everything that's gone wrong. Maddie, on the other hand, may seek understanding, trying to bridge the gap between her broken parents. The twins' journey could mirror their mother's strength and their father's flaws, creating a compelling dynamic as they each try to process what's happening. Their grief will add another layer of depth to Lily's absence, showing how her departure ripples through every corner of their lives. Lily's legacy, hope in the midst of heartbreak. Even as Lily exits the canvas, her spirit will linger. She has always been a beacon of light in Genoa city, compassionate, forgiving, and fiercely loyal. Her absence will leave a void not just in Cain's life but in the lives of everyone who knew her. Yet her story isn't over. Christel Khalil's maternity leave ensures that Lily's departure is temporary, a painful pause in a love story that has withstood every test imaginable. When Lily eventually returns, her reappearance could serve as a beacon of hope and redemption. Whether she's presumed dead, missing, or simply gone to heal, her comeback could reignite one of YNR's most powerful romances. Imagine Cain's reaction when he finally sees her again, the disbelief, the tears, the longing. After enduring the agony of losing her, their reunion will feel like a resurrection. And this time, perhaps Cain will truly understand what it means to fight for love that lasts beyond betrayal, beyond fear, beyond even death itself. The end before the new beginning. As Christel Khalil prepares for this new chapter in her real life, the young and the restless mirrors that transition with a storyline rich in emotion, tragedy, and transformation. Lily's departure will devastate Cain, reshape her children's futures, and leave Genoa City reeling. But it will also remind fans why Lily Winters remains one of the show's most beloved characters, a woman whose strength, grace, and heart continue to shine, even in her absence. For Cain Ashby, the road ahead is dark and uncertain. He must navigate the ruins of his choices, haunted by the ghost of the woman he loves. His story is not just one of loss, it's one of redemption waiting to happen. Because even in tragedy, there's always the possibility of renewal. So while Khalil steps away to embrace motherhood, her alter ego's departure will leave behind a trail of tears, lessons, and lingering hope. Lily may be gone for now, but her impact, on Cain, her children, and the fans who adore her, will never fade. And when she finally returns, the love story that began with fire and survived betrayal will rise again from the ashes, more powerful than ever. Until then, Cain will carry the unbearable weight of his guilt, and the eternal flame of the woman he will never stop loving. When Lily Winters leaves Genoa City, it won't just be another goodbye, it will be the start of a devastating ripple effect that will dismantle everything Cain Ashby has built. Her absence will echo through every hallway of the Chancellor Mansion, every corner of society where they used to share meals, and every quiet night when Cain sits alone replaying memories that haunt him. Lily's departure marks the breaking point of a love story defined by forgiveness, pain, and endurance, and what happens next could permanently change Cain's destiny. Cain's downfall won't happen overnight, but with Lily gone, the cracks in his carefully rebuilt life will widen until everything collapses. The pain of watching her walk away, or worse, being unable to stop her from being taken, will ignite a spiral of self-destruction, guilt, and desperation. For Cain, losing Lily again feels like losing a part of himself. The love of his life isn't just gone, she's unreachable, and this time, the blame lies squarely on his shoulders. Cain's guilt becomes his punishment. Cain has always been a man who walks between two worlds, the good husband and father who wants to do the right thing, and the shadowed soul who can't outrun the mistakes of his past. When Lily leaves, that duality becomes unbearable. He'll sit in the dark, staring at old photographs, remembering their laughter, her soft voice calling his name, and the warmth of their children playing nearby. Every corner of the house becomes a reminder of what he's lost, the coffee mug she used every morning, her perfume lingering on the pillow, the sound of her laughter echoing in his mind. In a cruel twist, Cain might begin to see Lily in dreams, visions that feel too real to dismiss. She'll appear, not as the forgiving woman he once knew, but as a phantom of regret, asking, "Why did you let this happen?" Those visions will torment him, making sleep impossible. Even as friends and family try to reach out, Cain will push them away. He'll refuse to eat, refuse to socialize, and pour himself into meaningless work. If Lily's exit involves danger, a kidnapping or disappearance tied to his Dumas past, Cain's torment will multiply tenfold. The guilt will consume him like a disease. He'll believe that every choice he made led to this, every lie, every deception, every moment he thought he could hide his true identity. This isn't just grief, it's penance. Cain won't allow himself peace because, deep down, he doesn't believe he deserves it. The twins' emotional divide, Charlie and Maddie torn apart. Lily's absence will have a profound effect on Charlie and Maddie Ashby, whose relationship with their parents was already strained. Their mother's disappearance or departure might push them in opposite directions, mirroring the duality that defined Cain himself. Charlie, the more impulsive of the two, could lash out in anger. He might blame Cain entirely, unable to forgive his father for the years of deceit and the chaos that followed. The rage he feels won't just be about losing his mother, it'll be about losing the stability that Lily represented. Without her, Charlie will feel unanchored, reckless, and desperate for an outlet. Perhaps he'll start drinking again, skipping classes, or picking fights, convinced that punishing himself will somehow bring her back. Maddie, on the other hand, might react with quiet heartbreak. She'll become the emotional caretaker, trying to hold the family together even as it falls apart. Maddie has always been the more intellectual and compassionate twin, and she may turn her grief inward. Her focus could shift toward uncovering the truth. If her mother disappeared mysteriously, she might start investigating on her own, determined to find answers. But her strength will come at a cost. Bottling her emotions will eventually lead to burnout and breakdown. The twins' differing responses will not only deepen their personal struggles but will also amplify Cain's pain. Watching his children suffer because of him will break what's left of his spirit. Cain's descent into obsession. When love turns into loss, Cain's world becomes a prison of his own making. Whether Lily is gone by choice or force, Cain's mind will be consumed by one thought: getting her back. If she's left town to care for their children or escape the emotional chaos, he'll chase her. He'll send letters, messages, voicemails, all unanswered. His desperation will grow, and soon, Cain might cross dangerous lines. He could leave Genoa City in search of her, ignoring his business responsibilities and burning bridges with those who try to stop him. If Lily has been kidnapped or harmed, however, Cain's obsession will take on a darker, more reckless edge. He'll transform into a man on a mission, hunting down old connections from his Dumas past, diving into dangerous circles to find clues. Every lead he follows will take him closer to ruin. Cain will stop caring about his safety, his reputation, or even the law. All that matters is Lily. And in his obsession, he might start to see ghosts everywhere, people who remind him of her, voices whispering her name, signs that he interprets as messages. He'll start believing that she's reaching out from somewhere, begging him to save her. Jill's intervention and the battle for Cain's soul. Eventually, someone in Genoa City will have to step in. That person will likely be Jill Abbott, the only woman strong enough to confront Cain without fear. Jill has always been a fierce presence in Cain's life, a mix of motherly love and brutal honesty, and she won't stand by while he self-destructs. In a powerful confrontation, Jill might find Cain drowning his sorrows at the GCAC, unshaven and disheveled, his eyes haunted. She'll sit down, fold her arms, and tell him the truth: Lily wouldn't want this. You're killing yourself, Cain. And for what? Guilt? Punishment? That's not love, it's cowardice. Her words could serve as the first spark that reignites his will to live. Jill will remind him that Lily's legacy isn't tragedy, it's resilience. She'll urge him to fight for redemption, not destruction. But Cain will be torn. He'll confess his fear that Lily's gone for good and that he can't live without her. Jill, with tears in her eyes, will tell him that love sometimes means letting go, but also never giving up hope. This moment could mark the turning point in Cain's arc. With Jill's guidance, he might finally begin to claw his way out of the darkness, determined to make things right not only for Lily but for their children. Lily's whereabouts, the mystery deepens. If the show chooses to turn Lily's exit into a suspenseful mystery, the following weeks could deliver some of the young and the restless most intense storytelling in years. Strange clues might begin to surface: a letter postmarked from an unknown location, a phone call where Lily's voice is faint and desperate before the line cuts out, or a witness claiming to have seen her traveling under another name. Each new revelation will send Cain spiraling deeper into the maze. At the same time, Genoa City could become the center of speculation. Some will believe Lily ran away willingly to escape the pressure of her fractured marriage. Others might suspect something darker, foul play tied to Cain's secret life as Aristotle Dumas. Detective Chance Chancellor might get involved, following a trail that leads to Dumas's old associates, dangerous figures with motives for revenge. As the investigation unfolds, the tension will mount. Cain will become both the grieving husband and the prime suspect, torn between proving his innocence and finding his wife. This storyline could push Cain to his breaking point, forcing him to confront the sins of his past head-on. Lily's perspective: love, fear, and survival. While the show will focus heavily on Cain's pain, Lily's side of the story would be just as compelling. If she's alive but missing, audiences could see glimpses of her emotional turmoil through flashbacks or brief scenes of her captivity. Perhaps Lily was taken by someone seeking vengeance against Cain, but her inner strength will shine through. Despite the fear, she'll remain composed, using her intelligence and resilience to look for escape routes. Memories of Cain, both good and bad, will keep her going. She'll remember the man who loved her, but also the one who lied to her. Those conflicts